Hello everybody, welcome to another video. I'm Leon, as you all know, and today we're going to be talking cigarillos. We're going to be reviewing a cigarillo, which you'll all already know by the title, but we will be reviewing a cigarillo today. But we're just going to talk about them in general as well. What are they? How are they made? What are the different types of cigarillos, etc. So firstly, let's talk about what cigarillos are. Cigarillos are small cigars. Okay, they are small cigars. They are meant to be enjoyed anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes up to 30 minutes. They are generally machine made, almost always short filler. There are very rare occasions you'll get cigarillos that are long filler, and very rare you'll get cigarillos that are hand rolled. Most of the time, the majority of the time, these are machine made short filler cigars. Couple of examples of different types of cigarillos. You've got your miniatures, what I'll be smoking today, and these are very short cigars. You are looking at 3.5 to 4.5 inches by a 24 to 26 ring gauge, sometimes a 28, but a very thin ring gauge, very small cigar, almost like a cigarette, but obviously, unlike a cigarette, 100% tobacco. After that miniature size, you then have what will just be called a lot of the time cigarillo on the packet. These are generally slightly longer, 4.5, 4 to 5 inches long, a 28 to a 30 ring gauge. These are slightly larger cigars. These are meant to be enjoyed by about 20 to 30 minutes. 15 to 25, 20 to 30 minutes. There are some good examples of this on the market. Castella Panatellas, Villager cigars, the Puritos by Monte Cristo and Romeo and Julieta, and there are many other examples. Neos make country cigars that I would fit into this category, and then you've got the small cigars range. Now these will say normally on the packet they'll say cigars. So some Villager cigars, the Villager Premium Number 7s are a good example of this. Stuff like Davidoff make the Primeros, which are, I believe, 34 or 36 ring gauge. La Flor Dominicana make a cigar, I believe it's called Carillon. Now that is actually a long filler hand rolled cigar. It's a 34 ring gauge, 4x34. That is a cigarillo though. It's a very small cigar. That is meant to be enjoyed within a short period of time. These cigarillos, they occupy different sectors of the market. In the UK, you might, whenever someone brings up cigars, people will talk a lot of the time about King Edwards and Hamlets, Cafe Cremes. Now these are cigarillos. These are broadly cigarillos. A lot of these as well do not use tobacco in the same way that proper premium cigarillos do. And when I say premium, that does not mean there can't be budget versions. Here, the cigar we won't be smoking today, but what I will make a review of moments. These are a very budget brand, but they do use 100% tobacco. Same with a company like Royal Dutch, who I think are one of the best cigarillo manufacturers that sell in the UK, just because of how cheap they are to the quality of the cigarillo you're getting. A bit of sparkling water. But today what we're going to be smoking, what we're going to be enjoying, what we're going to be getting 10 minutes out of, is this here. Now this is, just get it on camera, the Paz Miniatures. They are, I don't know the exact sizes. I believe it is a 4x24. Don't quote me on that. I believe it's a 4x24. These are a miniature cigar. As you can see, I've smoked 5 of this packet already. They come in packs of 10. This packet of 10 cost £8. Unfortunately, these are now discontinued in the UK. I don't know if they're discontinued in Europe, but they're most certainly discontinued in the UK. Now you can still buy them. There's still stock available. But once that stock's gone, it's gone. So if you know somewhere that sells these, there's a couple of websites. I believe GQ Tobaccos still has them. Smoke King still has them. I'm not sure if my smoking shop still has them. And obviously local retailers may have them. They're made by Scandinavian Tobacco Group, who own a wide variety of cigars. At £8 for 10, they represent a reasonable budget in the market, 80 pence for a cigar. Here is the cigar in question. You can see it's got a kind of a shaggy foot where they've not put, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see tobacco coming out the end, and the wrapper does not go all the way over to the foot. That is a very old style of cigar making, which is why it's been put onto it. And as you can see, it's a very thin little thing compared to cigars that many people associate. These are cigarillos. For all intents and purposes, they are enjoyed in a very similar way to something like a cigarette would be enjoyed. They are smoked for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. This one I believe I can get around 10 minutes out of. And they are the idea is that you can enjoy a cigar in a very short. You can enjoy the good flavours of a cigar, but in a much smaller package. We're gonna light this up, and I'll give you my initial flavour thoughts. And we're not gonna cut this video at all because it's a very small smoke. So we'll just keep chatting until it's out, and I'll give you my thoughts throughout. So, straight off the bat, with the initial smoke, we're getting a nice sweetness, a nice nuttiness, and a nice woodiness. The thing with cigarillos and the flavours you'll find in cigarillos is they are reasonably intense flavours because of the small size. And because of the small size, all the flavours that you expect are much smaller. Now, there are, I think, probably 3 segments, I would say, of the cigarillo market. You've got your, how would I describe it? Kind of your old cigarillo smoker, your traditional cigarillo smoker. Then you've got your kind of, on this end, on the other end, you've got your ultra premium cigarillo smoker. This would categorize Davidoff cigarillos and other cigarillos that are trying to be smaller versions of cigars already exist. Drew Estate make a whole line like this. Over at this end, the traditional cigarillo smoker, we're looking at Cafe Cremes, they're called Signatures now. We're looking at Signature cigars, Hamlets, potentially Moments, though I do think these Moments Black are quite nice for the price you pay. So I'll go into these in more depth in a later video, but as you can see, 20 pack of Moments Black. These are brand new to the UK market, so I'll probably put a review on those tomorrow, the day after. Panama, Castella. These are very traditional old brands, and the idea behind these is that some of them will be 100% tobacco, some of them won't. Some of them will use homogenized tobacco paper. They're widely available. They're what people smoke. They're what people who smoke cigars, or your granddad who smoked cigars. These would have been the cigars they would have smoked. These quite thin cigars. Maybe they had some thicker variants, the Panatella variants and such. This is a very traditional market. In the middle, you have people like me and a lot of others who have a kind of your informed cigarillo smoker. Or kind of your cigar smoker, cigarillo smoker. Now, not everyone who smokes cigars will smoke cigarillos. Some people I know who smoke cigars won't touch cigarillos. May that be because they just don't like them, or because they came from smoking and it reminds them too much of a cigarette. For someone like me who's never smoked cigarettes, like widely, never had an addiction to cigarettes, never had to move away from that or anything like that, I don't have any of that. And to me, the Cigarillo offers me a segment of the market that is affordable, that gives you a lot of variety and a lot of choice, and also gives me the ability to enjoy the simple pleasure of a cigar in a lot more situations. A good situation is work. I'm at work, I want to go for a smoke break. I can't really be bringing Coronas and Robustos and sitting on my break at work for an hour and 10 minutes and smoking a Robusto, can I? What I can do is nip out for 10 minutes and enjoy a little cigarillo, and no one's going to blink an eye. But it lets me enjoy good quality tobacco. And that's the thing, I won't smoke a cigar that tastes bad. I'm not going to smoke a cigarillo that tastes bad. As such, I will only try and smoke cigarillos I think are of decent quality. I think I think Cuban miniatures are quite nice, and I think these La Paz are quite nice. With cigarillos, there will not be many flavour changes. You might get in the bigger ones, you might get one or two. In miniatures like these little thin cigars, the changes you will get will be, it will go from being pleasant to being not very pleasant, because it's machine rolled and it is generally cheaper tobacco because it's much smaller. The tobacco gets worse at the end. Now that's not to say that's always the case. I had Macanudo miniatures quite recently, and they were very, very nice all the way to the end. They were great little miniatures. But the more widely available miniatures, like the ones I have here, they are going to give you, broadly, a worse smoking experience towards the end of the cigar. They do offer, though, a great little taste. They really do. Great little bit of flavour in a small package. And I think that where they shine is really, let's say I'm going to the shops, I'm going for a walk or something like that. I'm going somewhere, it's only going to be 10-15 minutes. I can't really light up a big cigar for that, even though I might want to. That's why you have a cigarillo on hand. I'm out doing something, I'm working outside, I'm doing something outside. I can't really have a big cigar on my lip. What I can do, put a cigarillo in there, do what I'm doing, puff away, enjoy myself. At work, as I previously said, popping out for a smoke break, 10-15 minutes at most, little cigarillo. That is where these shine. They do not replace upon any means a larger cigar, and I will always enjoy a larger cigar. This will not be the only thing I smoke today. This is my first smoke of the day. This won't be the only thing I smoke today. I will likely smoke a larger cigar a bit later on after I've had some food. But for the market segment that I'm within, for many people, that bit of time, that 10 minutes in the day where you want to smoke, that's where these sit. And they do a good job of it. These La Paz, I'm very sad they're getting discontinued. I really am. Because I do think they offer a really good value in the market. They really do. Unfortunately, I was not able to smoke when the La Paz Gran Corona was around, which was a 6x42 machine rolled cigar. Which I believe I would have been quite a nice smoke and would have probably been a very, very well priced cigar in the market. But these cigarillos, in a world like we are now, where prices continue to increase month on month, it's getting harder to fine, good quality smokes at a reasonable price, as the government continues to try and keep as the government continues to keep the price of tobacco up and keep pushing against tobacco as much as it can, the cigar smoker is broadly ignored. The cigar smoker is not cared about, and as such, we are lumped in with the cigarette smoker, the man who vapes, and even the pipe tobacco smoker. And some people may point to this and say it's just a brown cigarette. It isn't. I have smoked cigarettes before, never properly as I previously stated, but I have smoked them before. They taste nothing like any cigar I've ever had. You were never meant to inhale these, even if a little bit gets inhaled time and again, just naturally, as all smoke does. You don't inhale these into your lungs fully. And they are meant, fundamentally, to be short cigars, small cigars. They are 100% tobacco. The tobacco that has been made, grown, cured, and rolled into these cigars is not treated in the same way like cigarette tobacco. There's no extra stuff in this, it's just tobacco. And yet, we are treated just the same as a cigarette smoker, which is, in my eyes and in many people's eyes, stupid. But it is what it is, and we can't do much about it, and we've just got to get on with life. And so we have to find good budget alternatives. These, I think, for £8 are the best £8 miniatures you can get. In that market segment, you have Hamlet and you have Signature. Royal Dutch are cheaper, Moments are cheaper. I think for £8 these are better than Hamlets, these are better than Cafe Creme. They are cheaper than Cuban miniatures, and I think these rival Cuban miniatures in flavour. They burn a long time. I mean, we're on 17 minutes, almost 18 minutes right now. I'm smoking still. Obviously, I didn't light it up until about minute 6 or 7. But still, about 10 minutes of smoking out of this cigarillo. It is very good. I am going to finish off this little thing. I've got maybe 2 minutes left, but I don't want to have this video go on much longer. These cigarillos, the Paz Miniatures, bring them back. Don't discontinue them. I don't know why they're being discontinued. They are a brilliant, brilliant smoke. And so, don't discontinue them. They get a solid 8 out of 10 for me in terms of cigarillos. But I'm going to finish off this little smoke, and I will speak to you all later.